Hello viewers, and welcome back to the channel. I'm back in the Masdevallia greenhouse today. I do apologise for not doing a video since I think the last one was December the 16th, and it was when I installed a new heater, but something went off over Christmas that I'm going to tell you about before I take you around and let's have a look at these cool growing orchids. Firstly, about 5 doors up from me, a lady lives there alone. She's got a greenhouse. She grows aroids, a lot of philodendrons in a greenhouse. And during the Christmas period, it was an old wooden greenhouse, but the roof collapsed. So myself and a couple of other neighbours, one had a tarpaulin sheet in. We tried to cover it over to try to keep out. We all know that what the weather's been like just lately here in England. We've had -3 degrees C frost. So anyway, we couldn't keep the frost out of a greenhouse, so we decided that we'd all take a few plants and put them in a greenhouse. Well, I took 80 plants off the lady, put them in here, and just left a little walk through so I could get to my mazzies and water them. Well, you know yourself, you're not going to be able to get a greenhouse during the Christmas fortnight, so she couldn't buy another greenhouse. She eventually got one. Myself and the other neighbours knocked it up for. It's only an aluminium one. She bought another greenhouse, and what we've done is gradually took the plants back to her, so she's got another greenhouse. But for me, not being able to get to my Masdevallia is only just to use a spray lance to water them. I couldn't dead leaf or anything, so that's what everything's out of here now, apart from all my Masdevallias and my orchids. So I'll get the intro out of the way, and I'll show you around what's in bloom, what's putting on new growth, how everything's looking in the greenhouse in particular. And I know a lot of people have been contacting me by email and by the website page asking me they want to start growing Masdevallias. A lot of people seem to think that this electricity price hike will last for, well, just keep going up. I asked my electric supplier and they told me 2024 it will stabilise. It won't come right back down, but it will stabilise. So hopefully there won't be no need for people to who grow warm growing orchids to change over to cool growing orchids. But them who's interested, there's quite a few in here to see, and don't forget I always sell them on the website. So let me get you down and I'll show you around what I've got in here at the moment. Oh, and by the way, the new heater is worked fantastic. I can't fault that 2K heater. It's been amazing in here. It's kept the temperature dead on 10 during the night, and I did explain to that lady that that's my temperature for in here, and she said a lot of her plants go down to 10. So hopefully now she's got them all back, everything should be back to normal. And she gave me a few philodendrons. This big thing here, I forgot what it's called, it's some ivy, but I'll show you all them as we go around. So let me get the camera, turn it around, and I'll show you. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that internal external thermometer. Currently in here we've got a temperature during the day of 13 degrees C. Outside it's showing a temperature of 8.2 degrees with 75 humidity currently in this greenhouse. So I'm not too fussed about the weather conditions. I actually know that it's quite warm in here, and I'm hoping that drops down tonight to 10. So let's have a look around. Well, as you can see, viewers, I've got a lot of yellowing leaves on these mazzies, especially on some of these, and I've got a lot of brown leaves or dyed back leaves that I've got to take off. You know, some of them, a bit of sun damage there. That's had a bit of sun, a bit too much sun on them. But as you can see, I've got a few that's coming up. That's Amabilis pink. Look at that. That's an amazing looker. Yeah, I'm still using this new camera, but as you can see, a lot of nice new growth are coming now on all these mazzies. The leaves aren't looking too bad. I've certainly not had a frost in here. That would certainly finish these off if I had a frost. The heater's done a cracking job. And it's down here now, look. Still working, doing a fantastic job. I know some people was recently looking for heaters. Smay was certainly looking for one, but Smay, that was perfect. Right, here I've got what I consider a beauty. It's called Shane White. Why have they called it Shane White, I'll never know. All I'm assuming is Shane White was the guy who hybrid this or crossbred this to make it a mazzy. But you know, we've got good old faithful still growing in here like this. I recently put this picture on, look at the colours on that, the red and the orange of that's Polytoriana. That's amazing. I've got some buds on there on a Pleurophthalis. You can see them up the back there. They haven't opened fully yet, but they will be doing shortly. But yeah, everything's not looking too bad in here. This one, Coccinia glandiflora, has been in bloom. That spike's been up there well before Christmas. A true beauty, and it's just going over now. Look, the top spur you can see is going over, and it's getting a bit of marking on the petals, but a true beauty. Down here I've got Ignea pushing up some spikes. Jeff has got his Ignea in bloom, I noticed on his recent video, but mine are only just coming into spike and just forming the buds now. Here's one we all like, good old Inca Prince. I love Inca Prince, that's amazing. I've got one down here opening, no ID, not open yet, but will shortly. Again, I've got yellowing leaves at the back, and I've got some brown leaves down the bottom there, if you can see it in there, but I've got to get back and get these out. Restrepoioides, this has pushed a lot of spikes out at the moment. Not a fantastic looking plant, you know, but something to keep in your greenhouse if you're going to grow cool to cold. This one down here, I don't know if I can get the camera down there to show you, is let me look at the label, because it's Pica or Pica, just opening, if I can get the camera in to show you. There, that's a better shot. Lovely looking coloured. One off. Good old Pivianas up there, look. Always producing flowers. I'm not going to zoom in, that's not going to get a very good picture of that. What else have we got? You can see everything's looking good. I've got no serious damage throughout the winter. This one here is Coral Tarlo. These always amaze me. How the bottom spurs always curl under and the top spur curls back on itself. I've got One down there, another 2 buds coming on that. That should be give it a fortnight, I'd say. They're pushing on. Sulphurion down here is pushing up, a nice little spike. Got a few manky leaves on this lot, damaged leaves that need to, but I take them off. Prince de Gallis is pushing up this nice spike here. That should be open soon. Strabellii hanging up there, not doing too well. Got a few buds on it, lost a few as well by the looks on it, so not perfect orchid for me at the moment. But yeah, look at it, everything is looking, pushing spikes. There's spikes everywhere at the moment. I can't even see what that one is at the back, but it's another spike coming up. I can't see the label, so I can't tell you what it is, but I'll show you when it does come in bloom. Harlequin, Masdevallia Harlequin. Look at that little beauty. That's a bit of a stunner. You know, you grow these in your collection, they look amazing. Here's a Dracula deltoidea. Now look at all them spikes on that. I've counted nearly 40 spikes on that. Now if they're gonna flower, that'll be amazing, but you never know. I can see that there's a couple on the side died off. That's probably because I didn't water enough during the last few weeks, but you know, you win some, you lose some when you're growing orchids. But everything else is looking pretty good. Another Inca Prince up there, look, that's a beauty. I think a lot of people like Inca Prince. Moving back down here now, I've got not a great deal. What's this one? I've got a flower spike here. I can't see what it is. Oh, I can. Highland Fling. That's a lovely yellow one when that comes out. I've got this is, I believe it's Cordata. No, it's not. It's Cetacea. There's a lovely spike here due to open on Cetacea. If you've seen that before on previous videos, they are truly amazing. And there's a second spike forming there. Nice spike here on Boliviensis, that's coming on. This is Pachyrhea. Not really going to get good pictures in them with this camera, but a nice looking plant. And at the back there we've got an Overavis that's in bloom. But yeah, I'm just trying to get around to show you everything. One here just about to open, I can't see what it is. It's a Young Division Exquisita. Another Dracula up here. This one is Felix. Got nice new growths coming on it there and around there. They'll always look a bit tatty with the bottom sheaths on Draculas. I find they do anyway, but they're looking all right. Now people say to me, why don't I grow them to the biggest size they'll grow? Well, if I did that, let's just take this one. This is Miasriana. I mean, that's probably about the biggest I want a Masdevallia to be. Any bigger than that, and honestly, I'd have to reduce half of my collection because I just haven't got the space and the room to grow orchids. But look at that. That is an amazing looking plant. Beauty. Let's pop that back in there. Yeah, some people say grow them to specimen size, but you can if you want to. If you've got the space, by all means do. But otherwise, I always split them, divide them. I swap a few and I sell a few. yeah, I don't think there's a lot more to go on today. There's they're going over by the looks of it. That's Exquisita. One there's going over definitely. Yeah, I've even got a bottom row full of them that I've got to sort out because I've got too many now. You know, you keep buying more and more Masdevallias and you just haven't got the room. This one's really had it, definitely going over. That's Sulphurion, if you can see it. That's finished now. There's my them. Then most of my Draculas are hanging down this end, and they come back around this side. Oh, if you're asking about the why I've got that hanging on my door, this greenhouse is not an expensive greenhouse, and the door's not a perfect fit, to be honest. So just to stop any draft, I hang a, I wouldn't say a blanket, it's more of a sheet. I hang a sheet up there and it just stops that draft coming through, because what these don't want is to be in a draft. Here's a Dracula that's gone over. This is what was this? Let's have a look. That was a Bella. Bella's gone over now. I don't know if she's pushing any more out. Probably not now. But yeah, you can see all the Draculas are pushing up new growths. Even on some of these younger divisions that I took recently, I've got a lot of growth coming up, new growths coming up. And I've still got a few down here. These are the ones really I've got to get to the back of now, because I can see all the brown leaves, the dying leaves at the back. I'm sure if I can get the camera probably in there to show it you might be able to see it. But yeah, you know, I've got to get some of the leaves off. There's another over Avis down there in Spike. Here I've got a few. It's an OID. It's orange. I don't know if I can pick one up. That's a beautiful little plant, you know, in a collection. There's here a Glyphica going over. Another Polytoriana division. But yeah, you can see I've got a lot of work to do now, because up there's a Sugar Baby. But yeah, there's things to do, and I've got to get cracking on now that I've cleared the floor and I can get around my greenhouse. This side I've got more, well, bulbophyllums down the back. They're all hanging up there, they're doing okay. And along here is more Draculas. I'll try and get to the end. I don't want to go too fast because everybody gets dizzy with these cameras. But the Draculas are looking pretty good. All new growths again, look. You know, look a bit tatty again at the sheaths, but they're always the bit that gets the water, you know. Obviously this one here, I lost the bud or the flower drops off. Probably me coming in and out. I've knocked it and caught it. But I've got a few of these Draculas are producing spikes at the back, and I'll show you them when they come into full spike, and it's, you can see it. Right, there's, I said, my bulbophyllums are all just clinging on down there. Here's another little division of a Dracula that I thought I'd lost, but if you look at it, it's got quite a few good new growths coming now. Here's another Dracula pushing out new growths in there. Well, even coming out the side, look, and their roots there. No sign of a spike on that yet, but new growths in there again as well. So yeah, now what did that lady give me? She gave me a Monstera, this big monster. But I've got too many plants in my in my conservatory and in my house at the moment, so I've put it in here. She said it would be alright at 10. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. Probably somebody who grows Monstera can tell me if this can go down to 10 degrees. If it can't, then I'm sure I'll find somebody who'll take it off my hands. This is Pink Princess the lady gave me. It's philodendron. That looks alright. And that's been in here since Christmas, so it hasn't really got any damage on it. This was a leaf cutting the lady gave me. This is a pedatum, philodendron pedatum. That looks a nice plant, but as you can see, one plant. This is the devil's ivy. That's it. I couldn't remember it. That's what she gave me, and you can see the size of this. She tried to tell me that if I put it up above my greenhouse, it's going to help with the shading. Well, it might do. It might help with the shading. So that's a bit of an update on everything I've got in here at the moment. As I said, I do apologise for not doing an update before now, but you know, when you get people who need your help, I believe in helping them out, because it could have been my greenhouse that the roof collapsed, and I might have needed some backup from neighbours. So, as there's not a lot more to show you, I'll call it a day. As you know, I don't want to drag these videos out and get people bored stiff. But yeah, everything's looking healthy. I'm just concerned about a lot of these yellowing leaves, but a lot of them I know die back because they're the older leaves, but some of these are not always the older leaves. But yeah, I can see new green leaves at the back of that, so yeah, they probably are the older leaves. An RO system. My RO system comes from the tap attached to my house through an hose pipe into this greenhouse, and it did freeze. So, but my RO unit was okay in the greenhouse. But if you've got yours outside, and I know some people do keep the RO unit outside, before you start using it again to produce your RO water, check your membrane. If your membrane's been frozen, it will certainly split the membrane. So that's one thing to go and have a look at. Got a few tatties. Look at the state of this. Look at the state of these leaves on this tatty thing. I'll get it cleaned up, but the newer leaves look okay. Well, thanks for watching, viewers. I hope you enjoyed that short tour. A bit of an update how I'm surviving the winter in this cool to cold Masdevallia greenhouse here in the UK. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comments. I've said that before. I always answer comments. You can always have a look, and there might be an answer or question that somebody else has put on that you want to know the answer to. So until next time, viewers, thanks very much for watching till the end, if you're still here, that is. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.